Hi, happy Saturday and welcome to a new vlog. This weekend we are celebrating my booktube channel's 4-year anniversary. So I got these homemade donuts and I put 4 candles in it because, you know, it's all about celebrating the little things in life. So let me blow out these candles and then I'll tell you what my reading plans are for this weekend. Ooh, fancy. Okay, so first of all, this weekend is the F1 race in Imola in Italy. So I'm going to be rewatching qualifying from this morning because I went out and got donuts and cookout supplies, so I missed it. And I know what happens, but that's just not as good as watching it happen. So I'm going to be watching that while I eat my donut and relax. But then for my reading plans, I thought I would go through 3 books that are currently YouTube internet darlings. I do not have a physical copy of Silver Elite yet. I ordered the book of the month version and my box is delayed because it's popular, but also I saw someone on social media get their book and it was printed and bound upside down, and like part of me is like, no, send me the messed up one, that's like a collector's item, and part of me is like, I'm glad they kind of delayed this so I get the right book. So anyway, I have the audiobook version of it on my Penguin Random House app. Saved it the other day. It is stop. It is 19 hours and 12 minutes. So at halftime, that's about a 10-hour audiobook. So I've got my day planned out for me with that. So I'm definitely going to listen to that one. It's a dystopic romance, and I've heard mixed things. There are people who are like, this is like not good, and it's almost like the liberal daughter is dating the Republican dude or whatever, and like they say it gives them the ick. And then there are people who are like, wait, give it to the end because it's not what it looks like. So I like a good dystopic book. So I'm curious, and honestly I don't give 2 fucks about who the author is or trying to figure out who the author is. I kind of just like dystopic sci-fi, so I'm gonna listen to that. And then physical book wise, I did get Shield of Sparrow Sparrows because this is by Devney Perry, because those edges, hello, gorgeous. The case, gorgeous. The end pages, gorgeous. And I have never read a Devney Perry book before, so I am fearful of the fact that I'm going to like this and I'm going to want to tear through this backlist. You can't really see it. White balance be damned. There we go. I know most of her books in this backlist, or all of them, are contemporary romances, but I am in my contemporary romance era. So if I end up liking this, I'm definitely going to want to read more. So Godspeed to me. And then I also have The Wind Weaver by Julie Johnson. I love the cover on this one, first of all. And I kind of really like these printed on books that don't have the dust jacket. I don't know if that's an unpopular opinion or not, but I love this. It feels durable. I like the way it feels. So, and the inside, not special, but it does have like a little bit of decoration there. Are the pages decorated? No, just kind of plain. But this is also a fantasy romance, so I thought I would jump into these. But first, I'm going to watch qualifying and eat my donut. And then I'll decide what I want to jump into. Do I want a physical read or an audiobook? Honestly, I'll probably do a physical read, and I am kind of most excited for Shield of Sparrows, so I think I'm going to start there. We'll see. But I will check in once I have given this a start. So I haven't done any reading yet, but I think I'm going to kit up another diamond painting. I got this one for my mother's new bathroom. It's got like the Highland cow in a little bathtub and it's so cute. And I think this is the perfect bite-sized diamond painting to complete over the weekend. Let me show you how stinking cute. Upside down. So cute. So yeah, qualifying is still on the replay anyway. There was like a slight pause. They were trying to decide who finished and is going on to the next round. So this is taking a little bit longer than I thought it would. But that's okay. Procrastination is my middle name. So I think I'm already obsessed with this female main character. I'm on page 24, and like the Guardian people just showed up, and they're supposed to be marrying this girl's sister so that she can become the queen. But the Guardian shows up and he's like, no, I want that one. And it's the female main character, and he's all like, she'll be queen, whatever. And she was like, that's laughable. I hated wearing shoes and dresses and being trapped indoors. I loathed the monotony of lessons and lectures. I wasn't meant to rule or lead. Politics were boring and regal parties overrated. I was not a queen. My molars ground together, nearly cracking, but I managed to keep quiet. Nothing would come from my protest. No one in this room gave a damn about my opinion. My fate was not my own, and my future would be determined by these italicized men. I like when a book hates men, but like also serves you hot fantasy romance men. And I'm not really sure if these are like fae, because they were all talking about like the autumn equinox and things, so I'm thinking they are fae, but I'm not quite sure. So yeah, 25 pages in. I'm interested. Let's just keep going. Also, I ended up downloading the audiobook because like eyeball reading was just not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. Chapter 7, for the record, I do not trust May. I do not like the mother, Margot. And obviously I have read enough romantasy at this point, ACOTAR, where like I'm thinking about the man that she is now betrothed to, this, what is he, he's not deity, monster hunter guy that she's getting married to. I've read enough romantasy to be like, he's not going to be the one, is he? He's going to be a jerk? Or is he going to be the one? I don't know. I'm very skeptical. I'm hoping we get like boat scenes. I'm getting very like maybe piratey boat monster hunter vibes. So I'm hoping we get some oceany stuff. I was like, maybe it says something about the next book. It does not. It has the Games Gods Play in the back. My ambiance is like perfect. Let's see if I can zoom in. We've got like a medieval oceany looking thing. And I almost have my first square done on my cow. So as soon as I finish that, I'm gonna go out, and I have some like chicken sausages I want to try. So I'm gonna go out and turn on the grill and get that a cooking. I swear I am sitting other places, but this is just where we keep updating. So post-shower drowned rat look. Page 98, chapter 12, I think. Yeah. She is on the boat. They have a bunch of boats. I guess this is gonna be a spoilery vlog. I don't know, because I'm just, yep, that's what we're doing. So anyway, she is talking to Xavier about wanting to be armed so that she can protect herself. And this line, this part, I love it. "Don't worry, my queen, we'll keep you safe," the Guardian said, "especially if you stay on the fucking ship." I believed him. I believed Xavier and his men would keep me safe. But what if I was tired of being kept? What if I didn't want to rely on a man to be my rescuer? If I truly wanted to be in control of my destiny, then I couldn't wait for someone else to save me from the danger. The only person who was always going to fight for me was me. Too bad I didn't know how to fight. And then she's talking about this sword, and like, I gripped the sword's handle past my bandage. The indentations in the handle were too large for my hand, and I did it my best to fit the fingers on the worn grooves. I fisted it with both hands and raised it into the air, making it as high as my waist. "Heavy?" the Guardian asked. "You know it is." I shot him a glare, using all of my strength to keep it from dropping again. "Now what?" This is hilarious. So he is walking her through how to use the sword, and part of me thinks that the Guardian is actually the prince and Xavier is actually like bonus prince or like backup prince, because like if this kingdom is so concerned about their safety, then why would they send the real prince in? Like, I feel like there's, I don't know, a sleight of hand going on, or like trickery or whatever. And they also haven't confirmed like what kind of being these guys are. And I'm like, so are they like mermen type things? Are they fae? I'm not really sure. And we don't know anything about this kingdom that they're going to. Except that Odessa is one of the first women to go there in a very long time, in like 3 or 4 generations. So I'm interested to see what the implications of that are. But anyway, I'm going to keep going because I still have 8 hours left. And I realized that I also still have like 4 hours of Fearless left. And that is due in 1 day. So It's due the 18th of May at 3 o'clock. So I really need to listen to that at some point, but I want to keep listening to Shield of Sparrows, so that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm importing some of my footage. I'm trying to see what all is on my memory cards so I can clear them off. I did film a little bit throughout the last 2 weeks, so I might just put everything together into some sort of little messy vlog. We'll see. Oh my god, hold on. Okay, chapter 15. Okay, that was a little bit staged, not gonna lie. I knew it was coming up. We've arrived to the tent, like the camp. We are not quite to their kingdom yet. And Odessa is in her tent and there's a bathtub and she is all ready for it. And then the guardian comes in and he's all, oh, here it is. Okay, so where do I want to start? So she's very sore from riding this horse, right? And she says, do you have no personal boundaries? I swatted the guardian's hand away. His eyes were hazel again, a mix of the Turin colors, blah, blah, blah. He dragged his gaze down my tunic to where one of my hands still palmed my ass. Sore, my queen? We'll have to add riding to your training regiment. That or being ridden. I'll have a word with Xavier. And then he says, so they're talking and she's like, well, where is Xavier's tent? And he's like, I'm not going to tell you. And she's like, but we need to talk in private. He's my husband, blah, blah, blah. And she says, if you're not going to send him here, I guess I'll have to find his tent myself. And the guardian says, feel free to wander into mine, princess. Xavier likes to share. My breath caught as that statement drove straight through my chest like a blade. Had they shared women before? Would Xavier expect that from me? I didn't want that. I didn't want the guardian. Okay, so Xavier is giving me like Tamlin but less sucky vibes, and the guardian is giving me, I don't know, like Xaden Ryerson vibes. I think I'm getting Xaden vibes. Like their interactions are very Xaden and Violet. I mean, different situation because like there's not as much history between the two of them that we know of, and really we don't know anything about this guardian yet. I'm on page 127, chapter 15. I want to know more about this guardian. Who is he? Like, he has got to be the prince's brother, right? Like, he's the handler, so he's the brother. Maybe this is feeling similar to Powerless series as well. Maybe it's just the trope, you know. We've got the prince, we've got the arranged marriage, and then, yeah. But this guardian, oh, he is so good. So I got sweatshirt fuzzies on my one part of my diamond painting. So while I wipe that off, we are on chapter 21, and they've made it to like this, it's like, I guess, a suburb of the castle place where they're trying to go to. And the guardian is there, obviously. So this book is making me question, like, do I like bodyguard romances? I don't know. Is that what this is? Is this a fantasy bodyguard romance? I'm not really sure. But then also, they're talking about Odessa's mother. And I guess, what's her name? Margot is not Odessa's mother, but Margot is the mother to her sisters, and I guess that's why, you know, Margot doesn't like her or whatever. But Odessa doesn't have the Starburst, which, yes, I do think of the candy every time they say it. She doesn't have the Starburst like the other girls. So I'm wondering if she's actually related to the people from this kingdom that she's going to. And further, is she related to the Guardian? I hope not. I hope it doesn't become like a Luke and Leia thing, you know? But maybe they're related. I kind of have that in the back of my mind right now. Like, I 100% think that she is from or related to this kingdom of monster hunting mermaid feeling people. Not mermaids. But this kingdom of monster hunters. I think she's related to them somehow. And somehow being with them and being with the Guardian is gonna like unlock her powers. Maybe? This is me trying to read analytically. I don't know. Maybe what I'm saying is really dumb. But I'm having a good time. So anyway. It's like 10 after 10. Chapter 21. I sort of want to get to 200 pages tonight. 250 would be good because that would be like half. So 250 is up to here. An hour of this audiobook. A little less. But I also kind of want to go to sleep because the race is at like 8 a.m. So clearly I'm not going to read all 3 of these books this weekend. I'm not that... I don't have that many hours in the day. But yeah, I'll update you before I go to sleep once I figure out the idea. Also, these trees make sense now since we're at the like treehouse place. Being the sparrow isn't an honor, it's a trap. Oh, and this is like the treehouse place. Interesting. But I also don't know that I believe that she is trapped. Papa? What? Her betrothed has a child? I mean, I shouldn't be surprised, but like, me and Odessa, we are surprised. Good morning. So happy Sunday. I did get to chapter 32 in this book because I couldn't stop at 30 because there was a big like action sequence. And I needed to keep going. I wanted to keep going, but I was tired. So, there's that. I need to finish Fearless by Lauren Roberts. I have like 4 hours left at regular speed, so 2 hours left at double speed, and this is due in 5 hours. So, I am watching the F1 race, but I need to listen to this, so I make sure I get it done before Libby takes it from me. So that's what we're gonna do first thing this morning. I have sprints scheduled for noon today on my channel. So they're like booktube birthday sprints. So yeah, hopefully I finish this before then, and then I can listen to Shield of Sparrows the whole time and finish that today. And I think I'm going to journey down a Debney Perry reading journey. I'm gonna look on Pango and like thrift books today. I was recommended Indigo Ridge and There's a sports series, I think. So those are the ones that someone said, and the Mason jar maybe someone recommended. So I think I'm gonna start with the Eden series and see if I can find all of those books. I have a lot. I know they're all contemporary, so it's gonna be different, but it's still like her writing, so I think I'm still gonna like them. So anyway, that's the plan for today. Let me stop yapping and get to this audiobook so Libby doesn't take it from me. And I'm still working on my cow diamond painting. So I got the first row done and this little bit. So now I'm actually working on the cow. So some of this is kind of boring because there's a lot of just white, but that's okay. It's a nice change from my more detailed one that I'm working on. Alright, let me get back to watching this because Lando just got to P2, so let's go. Chapter 32 has a one horse, two body trope. Just had to update that. That's I've just finished chapter 44 and I am stressed. Oh my god, I knew it. I knew that the guardian was the actual prince. I thought they were going to be brothers, but I don't think they are. I think Xavier was just like a, I don't know, a pawn, I guess. I am disappointed that the lady's maid was the one caught having sexual relations with Xavier because I feel like she betrayed Odessa. But the fact that she is confirmed married to Ransom, aka the Guardian, oh my god. And like, I understand that she's mad because he lied to her, but like, this is what we wanted. This is what we wanted. And I only have this much left. I'm stressed. How are we going to solve all of this in like 369, 100, and like 50 pages? How are we gonna solve all this? I just don't know. Oh my god. Okay, let me get back to it. I've got 20 minutes of this sprint left, and I have 2 hours and 15 minutes of the book left. So let's go. So they just kissed, Ransom and Odessa. Chapter 46 is where the kiss happens. So we've officially hit the downward slide of reading this book. So I need chocolate. Chocolate is a must. Oh my gosh. My favorite bit of that. Let's see. The world around us began to spin, fading into streaks of light and dark until the colors blended together in a swirl of gray and white and black, until the only color that remained was green. And his eyes being green is like a good color. Ransom's lips moved over mine in a slow kiss. Teasing, testing. Then another raw growl ripped from his throat, the vibration shooting to my core. His tongue licked the seam of my lips, asking, pleading for me to drop my guard to let him inside. Another princess might have mustered one last fight. A decent princess would have stood her ground, but I wasn't a good princess. Okay, and then in chapter 47, Evie, the little kid, wakes her up and she's like, why do you keep touching your lips? Is something wrong? Hilarious. Hilarious. How much do I have left? 2 hours. So I need to research when the next book comes out because I need it. Page 428, chapter 52. The slow burn is finally burning. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to the burning. Yeah. That moment when Audible is like, let me recommend a book to you. And it's like Silver Elite. I mean, I have it on my Penguin Random House app, so, oh my god. But okay, so I saw some discourse online that said that this does not end in a cliffhanger, that like it ends open. I'm sorry, what? It's a cliffhanger. Where did Odessa and the little girl go? Are they still alive? We don't know. What does it mean that he killed that, whatever it's called, Ransom killed the, what is the thing called? The crux. What does it mean that he killed the crux and then the crux looked like Odessa? What does that mean? What does it all mean? Five stars. The back's is simply thrilling. I think you're correct. I think Entangled Publishing has redeemed itself, and this was amazing. So my original plan was to do all 3 books in one vlog, but I think I'm going to end the vlog here with my Shield of Sparrow, and we're just going to make it a Shield of Sparrow spoilery reading vlog. That makes sense. And then I'm going to decide, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to watch something or do something else, and I'm going to decide what I should read next. Anyway, if you made it to the end of this video, let me know. Are you on the Shield of Sparrow reading train? Did you enjoy it? I don't know. If you don't have anything to say, kind of like me right now, leave a tree emoji down in the comments, and I'll just see you in my next video, whatever comes next.